What are your thoughts?
We come in and we took care of business the way we were supposed to. We've been playing well of late. Guys did a great job in the second half to wrestle back momentum of the game. So I think with this team, we're slowly starting to see, the trust and the belief in each other out on the floor, and the third quarter, but then also the beginning of the fourth with how we come out and played, and they did a great job trusting each other. But I think we've truly been showing that over the last probably month or so. So that's what I'm most proud about this group, how their willingness to trust in each other and believe in the moment.
Talked a lot about how to handle adversity this year as well. So up by heaps in the first quarter, lose that lead, playing at a venue that you don't normally play at, and there's fouls going on left, right, and centre, and you've held it together.
Yeah.
To then talk there. What does that do for everyone's mindset to know that there's multiple challenges like that to get there?
Yeah, look, they're the things that you said better than I could say, in the fact that over the last month we've been down fourth quarter double figures. We've guys foul trouble, injury throughout the course of the regular season. Tonight, if I remember correctly, Southeast was 8 of 16 from the three in the first half, so we just needed to tighten that up. We weren't playing great offense ourselves. We had a few loose turnovers, so I felt good with where we were considering how the first 20 minutes went, and then once we created the energy and the gravity in the game, guys stepped up, and like KP, when he's on that level, he just brings a different dynamic to our group.
The fouls were out of control for both teams. It felt like everyone who broke the basket got a call.
Yep.
KP had 2 blocks in the third quarter when he got 2 fouls. It felt like he just went, I'm going to attack them and forget everything else that's going on. Did you feel that turned the game, his aggression in those circumstances, knowing that everyone else was copping fouls and he was going to go there anyway? Yeah,
look, I forget your exact wording, but foul discipline is a huge part of the game, and we weren't disciplined in the first half, and they got rewarded by getting to the foul line. Second half, we had a better presence earlier on in the possession, so we weren't scrambling as much. And then when you have someone like KP, Doolittle, Windler, that are good physical defenders that understand walling up, that was better than I call it the cat pouring. You don't need to be just reaching in for the sake of reaching in. And that was just a subtle difference with how we approached that part of the game in the first versus the second half.
Keanu and Christian both double-doubles. I think they're both less than 25 minutes. That's extraordinary.
Yep.
On a game, isn't it? Must be ecstatic.
And look, this group has been growing and developing for a little bit of time, and it's amazing what confidence and belief in each other can do. And now, Windler's disappointed that he doesn't get a double-double because of the way those guys are all over the glass. But if we want to keep winning, we need that effort consistently.
I think Dylan was only at 1 rebound.
Yeah.
Wasn't he?
Yeah, he had 9. 9.
That rebounding is extraordinary stat. I think you're 20 plus 21 on the boards. That the fouls are the stat that stands out tonight. The free throwing, but the rebounding must be one that you look at with pride.
Rebounding forgives all sins, and we've talked about this after some of our games where it hasn't been beautiful basketball, but we've rebounded the ball and we create these extra possessions, and you find your rhythm through playing the game the right way, and rebounding is just all about effort, and I'm good with guys pursuing the glass.
None of us have seen the fouls like there was not the free throws, and Josh was blown away by the numbers. Were you finding it difficult to work out what was going on given the change in how it was interpreted tonight compared to other games?
No, not at all. And I haven't watched it, and you get caught up in the emotion of it sometimes. But when you put yourself at risk because you're subtly out of position, you're putting yourself out at risk. We managed that better in the second half, But on the flip side, I want us to be aggressive, attacking mindset to put the pressure on. And I don't want to bamboozle anyone with the numbers, but I believe they fouled the second most in the competition throughout the regular season. We got to the foul line the second most. You know, so like, let's not get lost in the minutiae of numbers and all of that type of stuff. Like, some things work out the way they're supposed to work out.
Semi-final now against Melbourne.
Yeah.
What you saw tonight, did you like what you saw tonight going into a semi-final against a team that you struggled against this year?
I will take a night off, and then I'll worry about Melbourne tomorrow. And yes, I fully understand they won all 3 games this year, so we need to fix that. But I'll leave that for tomorrow.
Do you have a plan for how you handle the gap now, given it's not much different to last year? It's only been a couple of days since you played last. Like, do you use the memory of last year and what worked and what didn't to work through this gap?
Oh, look, you certainly, you know, you take into consideration what you did last year. That this is subtly a different group, so you got to be mindful of who your group is and how you manage that time through that. You know, we may have some guys involved in the FIBA window with their various countries. We're a very international team. So once we get a full understanding of what that looks like, but we'll like approach it pretty similar to last year. Like, we come out in the first game against Tassie, had a good home performance. So, but yeah, we're going to be mindful of how we treat it through there, because, as I was just told, we lost 3 times to Melbourne, so we better give them the respect they deserve.
You've got some great personal memories as a player in this building. What's
Yep.
it like being back part of a game in this arena?
Oh man, when Glover hit 5 threes in the first half, I was like, I understand where you're at, Angus, but I'm not liking it on this end.
What do you think of that?
Oh, like, I think the adjustments that they've done to this arena over like the last little bit with the floor and the scoreboard and all of that, like, it's a good arena. In saying that, the NBL's grown considerably since the days of the Wildcats playing in here. Like, pre-game, I talked about, like, and I'm not disrespecting anyone here, it's got that like regional take it to the streets type of game that we used to do in like the 90s, you know. And that's tremendous accolade for the NBL, where you come into a nice facility with a great environment and you go, it's just not where the NBL's at these days. So that's just a great reflection on the league.
Only 3,000 people here, but we're still loud. Could you feel
Yeah, look, that's these intimate venues, and Southeast take a number of their games to venues like that to accommodate to their team in the suburbs. So, like, as a player, I'll only speak from my playing experience, it's about the atmosphere and the environment that those people in the building can create, and it was tremendous tonight.
Thank you.
Yep, no worries.